Hello everyone, this is Greyshot117 here, and I'm currently casting a 1v1 game. I know, shocking, right? But hey, this is the Master League. There's going to be plenty of 1v1 games, so if you're shocked by that initial statement, get ready, because you're going to be blown away, hopefully, by some of this gameplay. Meanwhile, on both sides, we got ourselves Orange Pest as the American force, going with Armor Company, very interesting starting procedure, and Makros going with, well, your basic build. They're not going anything out there, nothing too outlandish. We're just going with your MG, your Pioneers, your Grenadiers, just nothing out of the ordinary. But Armor Company's a little different, because if you don't know, they get these bad boys. And I'll say the bad boys because, yes, these are one of the few good units in the Doctrine that I like. For those who don't know, I have a great disdain of 1,000 Burning Suns for Armor Company. But I will say that the close range troops of the Assault Engineer are versatile, have a bunch of good support abilities, and are pretty damn good for an early game start. It's just unfortunately everything else in here kind of lacks later on. But the new Commander patch hopefully will rectify a lot of those grievances I have with the Doctrine, and we'll see what happens with it. But right now, I don't believe I've casted a game with Makros, but I have casted a game with Orange Pest. Orange Pest, very good player, and I'm assuming the same because Makros has managed to get up to this point. So, we'll have to see how he fends off those American forces. Americans, by the way, going down and around. Going in for, try to be, oh, I see. The Pioneer Squad was putting down heavy cover, but unfortunately, one small thing for him. Just one ever so small thing. Yeah, these guys are coming in from behind. So, that would try to stop him off. Well, he was busy with that barbed wire. He was very busy with that barbed wire. Trying to make sure that every position, everywhere he went, the enemy could not use it as cover, which is actually kind of helping with the Assault Grenadiers, I think. MG set up, but unfortunately, not in that angle he needs to. Meanwhile, this Greyshot squad's like, I'm just gonna grab some territory. Now, luckily, the Germans will have more territory, or more units onto territory soon, but it's gonna be a few extra seconds. MG opening fire, might be able to fire another suppression run. Does kill the man. Model down, but the riflemen do not get suppressed. I would say it's a big win. Because usually, again, riflemen, if they get suppressed, it's kind of like, oh shoot, what do I do? Do I retreat? Do I run away? What do I do in this current situation? Well, luckily, didn't get suppressed and managed to get out. Plus, he has troops still hiding. He can place some mines or some other defenses. Again, mines are super important for causing all sorts of issues for the attacking enemy, or even like a defending enemy in some cases. So we'll have to see how they go. MG could get in this building, but again, this building has an air issue. You can see this door right here. Fortunately, can't fire in this general direction, which is where the riflemen are currently are. Well, actually, it looks like the Echelon were also building some cover. So, interesting. Echelon are trying to hide behind some boxes, but the Pioneers moving on in with Grenadiers and MG supporting. Echelons will be quickly overwhelmed and make a smart move of pulling back. Now, by the way, over the course of all these games, I'll be keeping track of all the different commanders that are being picked, because I'm so curious, because actually a couple content creators brought this up, and I'm actually like, that is a good point. What is the most popular doctrine, or not doctrines, commanders, not commanders, I keep messing it up, factions, there we go. I'm sorry, ladies and gentlemen, it's 8:17 in the morning. My brain's still gearing on up. The hamster hasn't quite hit the speed yet. But what is the most popular faction that the players in these tournaments will pick? Because from what it seems like the Soviets seem to be pretty low in the totem pole, but in the last tournament I saw them actually pretty high. But right now it looks like the Americans and the Austere are currently the ones picked. But this is game one. We'll have to see how things play out. Again, Assault Engineers keeping range, which is interesting, because again, they're better close, but I'm assume that they cannot engage in this current situation. So I do like Orange Pest holding back. VP point-wise, again, unfortunately, Orange Pest is doing not great, actually. Makros is actually keeping the VP point lead. Riflemen opening fire on the Grenadiers, pushing the Grenadiers back, but Echelon as well coming up north, so they hopefully can grab a decent chunk of territory. The real issue is the south, because right now we have a lieutenant on the field. We got a 50 cal coming on up, so we know a Stuart most likely is going to be coming out. Meanwhile, he is finally building the mechanized support, company. So again, 222, a pack, something like that, most likely will come around the corner. And then it comes down to what can do better, the Stuart or Grenadiers with either a pack support or 222 support. Now, he got suppressed by what? Oh, the 50 cal. The 50 cal was set up in a very nice position to hold back the Grenadiers. Very cool to see. Meanwhile, our echelons are grabbing the north, and slowly but surely, the American is grabbing more and more territory. But luckily, Makros is in at least a decent position. He still has a decent amount of manpower to burn a little bit, so he can hopefully get a new unit out soon, like a pack or a 222. One issue of note is, of course, Rifleman AT grenades, since they are usable by Veteran C0. So you always have to watch out for that. You have to watch out for that now, because people still dive bomb Rifleman thinking they have no rifle grenades, and it's like, ooh, really bad move on that part. Really bad move. Now, Grenadiers being hit by 2 separate areas, so most likely they will lose that fight. Rifle grenade, I think, was fired, and unfortunately a bit delayed right there. Grenadiers are pushing in, trying to do some more damage. Stewart, though, is about to do a lot, but luckily the 222 is on the field. Makros could also build himself a pack gun. He doesn't have a rapid production of that, and I don't see anything here. But 222 can still do damage versus a Stewart. It just needs support. In a direct fight, no, that's not going to win. But if you add in some support, it absolutely can hold itself against a Stewart. So right now, Grenadiers are pushing back the echelon. We got ourselves the assault engineers that are going to be pushed back by 222, no question. Unless there's a mine or something I'm missing. Not really. 50 cals moving on over. That could be an issue with the armor-piercing rounds. Rifleman opening fire, but again, more forces are coming on in. Bazooka could be unlocked soon. And that's, of course, American good old Stewart coming on in. Opening fire. Great hit on the Grenadier squad. Second great hit. 2 for 2. A lot of health damage. A good model. That one missed, but it was in heavy cover. That makes sense. MG's going to be really out of position shortly. I don't think he's even going to be able to get suppression on that Rifleman squad. Stewart's putting too much fire, and again, it's also putting a good amount of firepower because it's in heavy cover. It doesn't have to worry about suppression for the time being. So the MG will take a number of good hits, and will get decrewed. That's a big loss for Makros, and he gets knocked out pretty dang quick. Makros, by the way, went Jaeger Infantry Doctrine. I don't think they've upped the G43's firepower yet, so I think he might be doing it for more of the ambush and the MG, if I have to assume. But again, that also requires him to, well, beat Orange Pest, and that's a really tough thing to do. Again, Pack Gun is lined up in case he comes through either direction. The 50 cal is also, I'm sorry, MG42, sorry, is lined up. Ambulance is finally coming onto the field. This is the biggest issue for the Americans right now because the Germans have a medical unit so they can heal their Grenadiers. You can see here again, full health. Another one, full health. Well, okay, he hit a mine, half health. But still, he did damage, he did good. Now comes the issue of, okay, we need to heal some of these men because they're going into battle with, like, major scarring on them, about a quarter of their health already gone. So right now, again, another issue is all these MGs. Luckily, a good mortar by Makros is a great counter to it and does manage to push it back. Also, 222 opening fire with the Grenadiers, easily pushing back the Lieutenant, allowing an opening in the south to occur. Hopefully doing a nice deep push around the corner to help take that area. Northwise, munitions still being held. Makros is in a very good position still. Even though he's pushed back, he still has a healthy amount of VPs. He still has a good size army. Orange Pest is gaining, don't get me wrong, but still wait, assault, really? He gave him bars? Alright, assault engineers with bars. I don't know if they got the upgraded Thompsons, but I'm assuming not, or not Thompson, flamethrower, but I don't see it, so I'm guessing not. 222 took some hits. Luckily, I think Pioneer's coming on in. Again, G43s are coming in, but from what every competitive player has informed me about, G43s damage-wise aren't as good as an MG42. They're fine, but they're overall just beat for beat. They just don't stack to the DPS that MG42 can lay. So unless he's just doing it for a unit that's a cheaper munition expenditure because he doesn't have a lot of munitions to spend on like big expensive MG42s, we'll have to see. Meanwhile, the American is making an attempt south. Looks like a lot of units are moving in that general direction, including the Stewart trying to swing around. Pack gun is out of position. 2-2-2 opening fire. Stewart pushing on in, but again has to worry. There is still a decent amount of grenadiers. And apparently a flamethrower, which he was not expecting. Pack gun unfortunately doesn't connect. G43 gets pushed back. I don't know if that was on purpose, but I don't know. I feel like he might have been okay. Grenadiers in the building. Doesn't do much. Again, you can see here all the models are down, and the Grenadier squad is about to be picked. He's not paying attention. That's, I think, the first pick of the game. Grenadiers trying to hold. Pack gun about to die, and due to this big push, I think Orange Pest has clinched victory. Makros just unfortunately not able to keep up, and there he goes. Game 1 goes to Orange Pest in a very, very dominant first game. So again, really good play. Overall, Orange Pest just waited, and just smashed through Makros' line, making sure that he could easily break it. So, very, very good. Again, he just pushed on in all directions with everything, microing around defenses and other units. I think a Grenadier squad that was retreated way too early helped lead to that, and 2 Grenadier squads that weren't retreated fast enough. But let's double check the after action report, because that is very important in my eyes to see, well, how each side did and, you know, what their effectiveness was. So, let's look here, and we can see that most kills goes to Orange Pest and most damage. Again, best unit for the Grenadiers with 14 kills. For the Austere, for the Americans, 12 kills. So honestly, kill-wise, it was pretty close. Like, it wasn't a huge gap. The problem is Orange Pest just came in at the 10-minute mark with a fantastic push right as he needed to. So Makros, hopefully next time you do better. But that is game 1 for Orange Pest. We must carry on and cover the next game with Makros as the USF versus Orange Pest, coming off a victory, now playing as the OKW. Very interesting to see how this goes. By the way, for reference, we're on a Molenweg or Mill Road. So in case you're like, Greyshot, you never said the map. There, the map. There you go. Dreadlord, hello, what's up? And hopefully everyone watching this, like everyone in my current Twitch chat, is gonna have a good time. But yes, this is game 2 with, again, Makros and Orange Pest going to duke it out with Orange Pest leading. We got ourselves a basic OKW start. Volks and Sturm. Rifleman as well. Basic start. Now, it's funny. We saw a early push by Orange Pest with the Assault Engineer, but they honestly didn't, like, get close up all that often. They didn't build any defenses. They built a mine. I think that's the most influential thing they did. And also just cause havoc around the how do I say this? Just cause a little bit of havoc around the outer lines, but overall, not too much. But let's see what Makros does with the USA. Let's see if American forces for Makros will be enough to turn the tide. Let's see. He is capturing mid. Sturm Pioneer. Again, I love how each player is like just trying to like have a toe. It's like a baseball player trying to steal a base, or like, I'm gonna cap it, but I want to make sure I'm close to the next point. Again, building cover to make sure the enemy can't use it, and also, of course, an AT trap for your own cover usage. Let's see, we got ourselves down south. Yeah, more cover, more Volk squads. We're gonna have 3 squads riflemen. So this is a pure infantry frontline start. And if that's the case, Makros should have advantage, while Sturm Pioneers, of course, can beat Echelon. The problem is the fact that Echelons are really not going to be in this fight. It's going to be right. Oh no, what are you doing, buddy? Alright, so fun fact, there are 3 windows here, right? There's no other windows in this house, except for this one. But, you know, this man's just looking out. He's not firing. So this Volk squad, while he is fighting a unit in a heavier building, he's fighting with 3 shots compared to 5, even though he's in a lighter cover. So overall, Volk squad not doing too bad, and we saw Hero Rifleman definitely taking some shots. We got additional forces coming on in. I don't know if that was maybe a holding action he was doing, but we'll see. Gets back in. All right, this might be a little better because now you have 4 units firing, but still not the full 5. Volk squad's pulling back. We have all 3 of them fighting in mid, doing what they can. Let's see, Rifleman now pushing north. Again, a lot of the American forces are pushing this way, so Makros really trying to beat him in one decisive battle. Gee, where have I heard that one before? Both squads are engaging. They are grouped up together. and now pulling on back. Alright, let's watch this in action. Again, one squad's down to almost half health. Two squads are... Oh, another one down half health. Riflemen just keeping their advantage in distance and just shredding them. Orange Pass now doing a speed boost. In case you're wondering, it's radio silence. Giving a player an active speed boost, which is very, very nice to see. But yeah, they are pushing forward, trying to kill the American unit. I don't think they will kill that one Rifleman model. He makes it back to base, but they do push all the way outside of the American base. Right now he's retreating more units, trying to place a mine. Unfortunately, one of the Volk squads did perish. He's getting another one. At least I believe they perished. Hold on. Let me make sure on that. Yeah, one Volk squad died. Okay. So I was correct with that assessment. So that would, even though the territory is now cut off for the American, which will cut off his resources, the manpower lossage initially is definitely on Orange Pass. Now, double riflemen are going to open fire against the Vulcan Sturm with Reshelon. Again, he's getting closer, but it's just a speed boost. It really doesn't do anything else. And yeah, he's just going to pull back for the lieutenant and re-grab that territory, which is fine. He has a 50-point advantage right now in VPs. Makros actually has time in order to take that hits. Although, I do like the fact he's like, yeah, I see the Volk squad. I know you're building cover, so he puts shots to hurt them while they're doing that. Additional infantry, again, Lieutenant, 50 cal. We've seen this before, and we'll probably see it a lot more. But it's your standard American build, but it's still very, very good overall for this competitive scene. Now, we got 3 rifleman squads. We got a lieutenant and a 50 cal, and unfortunately, we're about to have some suppressed Volk squads from what I can see. Mealy pushes himself back. He's still trying to build that cover, but he's taking heavy hits, and he's going to pull back. American forces have pretty much just pushed through the north, and there's going to be nothing opposing them. We have a Vulcan Sturm down south, but that is not enough firepower to move on up. Let's see. Is there still a mine in this sector? No, I don't think that mine was placed, which is unfortunate. 50 cal, though, will watch mid. American forces will probably try to cap it, along with the south, which, again, has Reshelon. I like how his minesweeper's like, alright, Orange Pest, I know you have your mine placements that you do across the battlefield. I'll make sure I pick them all. You're not going to fool me. And, yeah, you're probably still going to get him somewhere, somehow. Volk squad's coming back, but funny enough, he's not even healed. Like, he's like, shouldn't you have another model? And it's fine. Now, I will say he did medical supplies to heal these men, which is good. Because, again, better Volk squad's at full health. Really does help fight. But he went mechanized. So that means a Panzer II could be likely. Or a Puma. Most likely because we know reversing a USF, it's going to be a situation where unfortunately, it's going to lean more toward, how do I put this nicely? It's going to lead more toward Puma because that way they can fight the Stuart. American forces opening fire on the Volk squad. Volk squad having a rough time. Again, American infantry so very good early on. Sturm Pioneers waiting for an ambush down south. Volk squads push back the Reshelon squad and is trying to grab what territory they can. Resource-wise, it's not bad for Orange Pest, but it could be a lot better. Where it's bad is munitions, but luckily decapping this and grabbing it will help. He's also upgrading with a STG-44, so that should help. Panzer II? Oh! Orange Pest. Okay. He's going for that infantry damage, but even though my friend, Ace, who you may know, he's also insane, he says a Panzer II can defeat a T-70 and a Stuart. I woefully and unfortunately disagree with that statement. Stuart, by far, is the best light tank in the game, in my general opinion. And this thing is going to chomp and take down that Panzer II, no question. Panzer II is going to have a rough day unless supported by a couple Panzerfaust of some type. So we'll have to see how that carries on. Right now, Raketwerfer is being developed, so hopefully, again, additional AT will help. Volk squad's pushed back by the American forces. Makros, again, keeping things pretty close to Orange Pass base. And again, that's unfortunate because that's a lot of resources currently being taken away, such as munition point down south that is now effectively cut off. Up north, 50 cal repositioning. He could use armor-piercing rounds to assist in killing the Panzer II, as well as getting a bazooka team, but looks like he's not doing that. He will activate armor-piercing rounds, and that'll do a little bit of damage. Well, again, you're not going to see like a huge amount, but as you can see, it is chipping away at it. Oh, and you know what also chip away? A Stuart. Now, again, a Faust could be an issue, and we can see a Volk squad coming in from behind, and he's trying to micro himself out of the pond. Luckily, 50 cal does stop him and suppresses him and forces him to get in the watchtower, and the infantry is slowly making its way out, so MG is fine for all things considered. We can see here the Stuart's going to pull on back. Volk squad's pouring on in multiple different directions, but luckily Stuart does get out of there without being Fausted. Very good play all around. Meanwhile, we got ourselves a Volk squad trying to hit that rifleman. Again, not many windows, so they can do a lot more to him, even though he's in good cover. Down south, riflemen now have to deal with the Panzer II. Panzer II is at half health, roughly. He needs some support. Now, Makros has decided, let's see, how do I do this? Well, the enemy has a light vehicle, and while I dominate the field of battle, I probably need something to assist. So I could see him dropping a AT gun, simply because of the fact he doesn't have that building unlocked yet. He's getting bazookas as well, but he's not going for this building. He's not going for a captain. So again, if you want the AT gun, you can just drop one in and recruit it with the Greyshot squad. That would be the best bet. Rifleman pushing on in. No grenades, but again, he will have the bazooka team and the bar team unlocked, so he can make them even more powerful. But still, overall, doing very well at containing Orange Pest. Doing a very good job. 50 cal moving up to the point. But here's the thing. Orange Pest hasn't lost too much. He's lost one unit. But overall, he could have lost a lot more. Stuart being just going backwards, pushing back the Panzer II. But it might have been a trap. Panzerfaust hitting the Stuart, breaking its engine. Where's that AT gun? Back at base, nowhere close. So Stuart will be knocked out for at least 10 seconds. And I say 10 seconds because literally at this point he can jump out, heal, and get back in. Luckily, MG34 might stop it, which would be a nice little win if he could stop the healing of it. Come on, don't heal the engine. Don't heal the engine. Oh, dang it. He healed it just as the AT gun fired a shot. And Stuart manages to get out of there, literally with the skin of its teeth. So lucky. But American troops are now equipped with some heavier weapons, and that should help hold back the Volk squads. Now, even with the SG-44s, that could help. Again, at least deal with the bars, but bars overall, pound for pound and beat for beat, are very effective with riflemen and can hold back even some of the best OKW forces. Meanwhile, in the north, we have Volk squads trying to, again, grab that territory. VP point-wise, Orange Pest is down. He is down significantly. So, we're going to have to see how Orange Pest comes around, because even though he's got a couple good hits, he still is being choked slowly but surely by Makros. Makros, by the way, deploying an AT gun, if I have to assume. Yep, there it is. He's like, alright, Reshlons, we need some additional AT. We need to kill that Stuart. Can you help us? And he's like, yes. Meanwhile, we have a medical base going on here. So again, good. He can heal his men without constantly needing to waste munitions. Right now, Volk squads are doing their best to try to push the American out. But the American, and again, this is a little better with the bar, because the bar is such a good unit upgrade that opens fire. So again, not too bad in that regard.
The enemy is overrunning one of our capture points.
Anyway, Volk squad's opening fire on the riflemen. Panzer II moving on in. Could choke this unit out and keep him contained. Let's see, Volk squad's trying to grab that point, but the 50 cal is probably going to put an end to it. Hopefully he caps it. Stuart now opening fire. Again, Vet 2 with 5 kills, 6 kills. We have a mine here. He could cripple that Stuart. Again, if he does, where's that AT gun? It is in the north. It's in the wrong section. So even if he knocks out the Stuart's ability, engine-wise, he's not going to be able to kill it. He's too far away for the finishing blow. And there's too many forces blocking him. So yeah, he's going to fall back. Orange Pest having a rough time. Now, what could Orange Pest do in this situation? Well, we know he has a good amount of infantry. And he's doing pretty well. He hasn't lost all that much. He's doing very good at making sure his units get back to base. His big issue is going to be trying to neutralize some of this stuff. And unfortunately, the 50 cal and the AT gun might be too quick to just quickly, hit with a Stuka. So, and I don't think he wants to waste that much manpower and fuel on a artillery piece this early. One advantage I could see is right now he has more frontline units. He could overwhelm Makros in a possibility. And a support gun, support gun's a really good option because that is a cheaper artillery unit that can consistently fire upon target, smoke around the MG, and just light him up. But unfortunately with the decap here, he is being cut off by fuel, so he's only getting 10 fuel right now. So if you expected Orange Press to get a Panzer IV out or something like that through the Panzer headquarters, you're probably not going to see it. But I would assume the Panzer headquarters is probably next on the docket for him to make. Now, Makros, on the other hand, he has not got a major? No, he is got a major. I was going to say, that seemed a bit weird. But yeah, he is getting a major. That is coming out, and that means he is probably only like 2 minutes away, 3 minutes tops, at getting himself a Sherman. What a good counter for this player. Again, he's done a very good job at this round of keeping things on point. Good Faust, by the way, on the Stuart, but again, lack the AT. It's not in position. Maybe another AT gun could also really benefit Orange Pass so we could cover more of the map. And especially if a Sherman is about to deploy, he's going to need something. Anyway, American forces coming on in with Reshlon. Volk Squad will be pushed back. Maybe get another model? No, not able to. So he's just going to need to heal. He won't lose any manpower from that. Orange Pass making a push down south, spreading his units, which he has a lot of. He has almost as many as Makros in terms of just beat for beat. But Makros has more support units. He has way more MGs and other things like that. So again, good for him. He can contain Orange Pest and hopefully keep up that pressure.
Our supply line's cut. Germans are making a push.
7 kills in the Stuarts at Vet 3. Pushing up north, going for the MG. Not much stopping him. Panzer II is making its push to try to deal with it. But again, it's a Panzer II. You're going to get some nice, like, little hits here and there, but it's not going to do too much. You need the AT gun. The AT gun right now is trying to reposition around this obstacle. Again, they have cover, so the Stuart will have a rough time. Orange Pass putting pressure back on Makros. He's not losing the VP war anymore. So good for him. For Kenwerfer, though, he's moving on up. Might be able to hit that Panzer II. Let's see. Come on. Up. Major and the American forces are down south. He's going to try to move on in. Where's the American AT gun? Over. Kenwerfer's opening fire. Stuart, though, has good American support. The riflemen are there, and the Kenwerfer might perish here. He's very low on health. Down to a oh my god, so low, down to like a sliver, but makes it back to base. Good. Stuart pulling on back. As soon as the Panzer II pulls on back, I'm assuming he doesn't want to dive with a light tank and infantry there, because again, that could just whittle him down slowly but surely. Volk Squad is grabbing the south. This one probably needs to go back for some manpower heals. Reinforcements. Stern Pioneer grabbing the north. So overall, Orange Press, even through obstacle after obstacle, is still keeping this fight going pretty damn well. And also now with Panzer authorization available, he'll be able to make sure that this position and up to here is guarded by a decent, like, flak attack. So we'll see. Nice, by the way, positioning with the Stuart. No, sorry, it's the Stuart. The Lukes. Opening fire, push the Panzer II effectively pushing back the 50 cal and opening the corridor for infantry to push on in. And again, I don't see anything guarding that AT gun. The Volk Squad could easily push. Right now, the American infantry is busy down south, which again, I think it's I think their attention is going to be on the MG to stop it from suppressing. But if Orange Press only could push, well, too late. Infantry already came back up. Again, Panzer II doing what it can, but it's having a rough time with that infantry. But it's still doing decently well. MG opening fire. Trying to suppress the lieutenant, which has been given a bar. Interesting, not a bazooka. But now comes the issue. AT guns retreating, and now we have a Sherman. By the way, can I give a shout out to the artist of that Sherman? Like, seriously, the skid on that looks pretty damn good. Reminds me of a burning Godzilla of sorts. Just pointing that out there. Really enjoy it. Anyway, Volk Squad being well, charged at. Hold on, they're trying to pick it off with a lucky shot. But again, he doesn't have high explosive rounds, so it's not going to do as much against infantry. Rifleman Squad, though, luckily double Volk managed to push him back. The burning Sherman. Yes, the burning Sherman. Kenwerfer opening fire, getting a good hit. And again, he is getting a second one. So that's good. That will provide more AT coverage because the Stuart now could essentially go to mid and have really not much opposing it because the AT gun is in the north. Sherman is going to pull on back. Is that another AT gun? Another AT gun's going to drop on in. He really wants that Panzer II dead. Fuel-wise, it's going a little better for Orange Pest, but he's still at least a few minutes away from getting, at a bare minimum, a Jagdpanzer or a Panzer IV. I guess with the infantry, a Panzer IV would be better, though Jagdpanzer would be better against the Sherman if that's what's going to cause him the greatest grief. But I think he wants something to fight the infantry, so he'll do that. Rickenwiffer gets a good shot on the Stuart. Volk squad's holding their own and trying to push back, and I think they will push back the Lieutenant, because again, they have another Volk squad right here, plus some supporting infantry. You always remember, these guys can shoot. Anyway, Sherman coming along the side. Probably a bad idea, buddy, because you have normal rounds in, and B, Rickenwiffer can just really, quickly reposition and open fire. Meanwhile, again, oh, finally! Good job by the Volk squads, hit that AT gun. M1 has been decrewed. Orange Press making a good comeback, almost losing a Volk squad during the recrew and capture. He's probably not going to be, yeah, oh my god, Stuart putting an end to him. He might be trying to Faust. Oh, Rickenwiffer's opening fire. He's trying to kill it, but alas, he missed. And the American Blob will stop the capture of the M1. But unfortunately, Orange Pest was unable to kill that Stuart. If he would have killed the Stuart, that would have been a big win right there. Decrewing the AT gun, knocking out the Stuart, and again, that would have hopefully allowed him a decent comeback. But at the very least, Orange Pest is still being competitive. Look at this. He's keeping himself watching over 2 of the VP points, putting pressure on Makros, keeping this game competitive within 70 VP points. So if you thought Makros was just going to walk all over Orange Pest and show that, you know, the USF is somehow the best, unfortunately not. Orange Pest is still in this game. He's not done yet. Although he's on the back foot, that doesn't mean he can't have some massive turnaround. We'll see. Panzer II just camouflage, just trying to, you know, just trying to keep it cool. Just gotta keep it cool, man. Just gotta keep it cool. Let's see, up north we have a 50 cal just kind of watching over the area. And yeah, we have a little bit of a lull in the action. Good, because that gives me a moment to breathe. Alright. Support gun hitting there. Sherman has normal armor piercing. I'm actually kind of curious why Makros doesn't do high explosive. Because it's the strongest armor unit is the Panzer II, right? Like, I feel like he would... If a Sherman did, if a Panzer IV did come into action, it's very unlikely he would dive the Sherman before he could switch armor piercing rounds and start doing stuff. So, yeah, a little bit of a little question right there. A little bit of a question mark. Oh, infiltration grenades! Oh my god! Great kill by Orange Pest. Killing one of the vetted, barred up rifleman squads with just too many grenades to count. I don't think Makros was essentially watching that. It was a really good hit. I know, Ronnie. Where have you seen camouflage tanks before? But anyway, Panzer II coming on in as the Volk squads retreat. Again, I'm assuming Makros will have to use some manpower to hopefully get a new frontline force. But again, that's good because every one they kill is less infantry that Makros can send to fight Orange Pest. And he can overexert himself. This unit's about to die if he doesn't retreat. Alright, does pull it back with some other riflemen coming in. But hold on. Volk squad trying to go in for the kill. Can he do it? Can he do it? I don't think he will. Stuart's going to body block him. But Rickenwiffer is going to, well, return the favor. Connect 2 shots to him. Pushing back to Stuart quite effectively. Third shot, unfortunately, does miss, I'm assuming, a direct fire option. Major's now under fire. AT gun is decrewed. He wastes the Major. That's a bit of an F, I think. That was a big F. I have no idea what Makros was thinking. And Makros going from the top tier player in this game to, unfortunately, second fiddle. Orange Pest beating Makros in. Makros losing 3 units over the course of the last 2 minutes. It is not looking good. Again, he lost the MG and AT gun, the Major. Oh, and a rifleman, 4. He lost 4 units. Sherman under heavy fire as well. Rickenwiffers could move on in. Do we have any movement there? One is pulling back, the other one's holding firm. This one needs heals. Go back to like this position, I would say, and heal. Again, it's going to be a lot harder for Makros to hold the line, but he does have a advantage. He has a lot of fuel. And with that, he could use some excess manpower once he gets that stored up and buy himself another Sherman. 2 Shermans could do quite a lot against this infantry. And again, but he needs to do something quick. Because right now, Orange Pass is slowly building up power. And now, he has the power after 23 minutes of Makros essentially punching him in the face to block and get out the strongest armored vehicle on the map so far with the Command Panther, which should actually boost up the Panzer II as well, which is pretty nice. Alright, so we got a push up north. Munitions decapped. Sherman moving on in. This is a bad move. Ooh. He's trying to go in for the kill. He's using armor piercing, but it connects. But again, Panzer II up to Vet 4. Stewart coming on in. Volk Squad. Okay, that's a bit of a dive. What the hell? Oh, I was like, is that a camera for fighting 3? No, bazooka team. So it looks like there's enough AT fire that the Panther will need to worry. It looks like a Jackson's going to be bringing up additional firepower to hopefully hold back that Panther, which is now making his way north. He's currently going on in. Fires on the Stewart. AT gun set up. Not diving. Way too much AT right there, so good on him. AT gun actually gets a good shot on it. Does he still have range? Oh, Volk Squad's pushing on in. They're trying to get some of those additional kills. M1 could set on up. Again, doing quite a bit of damage versus the Volk Squads. M1's opening fire. Jackson's about to deploy. Good, again, good save right there at the M1. No upgrades available, but I don't think he wants to waste munitions. And actually, the Panzer II, no, he doesn't die. He's going to pull on back. Rickenwerfer is going to pull back. I don't know if that was on purpose or not, because it's Vet. I mean, it has no loss whatsoever. So I think that might have been an accidental retreat on Orange Pass part. But yeah, this sector is currently a win for Orange Pass, though, because there's at least one force able to capture that territory. Meanwhile, down south, we have a lieutenant trying to grab that territory and grab what he can. But again, VP point-wise, Makros is about to, unfortunately, fall to the wayside. Orange Pass has a full army. Like, overall, he has a full, very strong army with tons of MGs, ATs, support equipment, you name it. Right now, Makros definitely doesn't have that anymore. He lost it. So he needs a good consecutive hit right now, especially because Orange Pass has no manpower to reinforce or fuel to get additional armor. So he needs to get a kill. Unfortunately, Jackson bounces off the Panther, and the infantry force comes on in. Now, Makros does have a P-47 strike he could eventually unlock, but I don't think that's the right move, because I think you still want to upgrade your men, and I think additional Rifleman squad with a bar would be higher priority. Jackson just standing there. Infiltration grenades almost take out the Rifleman squad, but he's going to pull back. Jackson takes 3 hits before he retreats. Makros needs to really work on making sure his unit pulls back in the nick of time. Rifleman taking some shots from the MG. Has to pull that back. Jackson needs repairs. Panther looking for a push. He's gearing up. He's moving around back and forth up here, trying to figure out what to do, when to push. We got Special Operation Flares now active in the region. So again, revealing what Makros is doing. Knowing that Jackson is out of commission and the bazooka. Oh, he put in the wrong unit. Makros, no. M1 though is opening fire, luckily enough, and the Panther is down to half health from 2 consecutive hits. So at the very least, we'll see.
A capture point is under attack.
But yeah, right now, Volk Squad is, no, he was trying to push. Luckily, the Stewart's helping him out. Now we got a mortar carriage. That's a lot of armor. It's a lot of armor. Again, it's not wasting manpower, which I guess would help Makros out. But again, he still needs a repair. Luckily, Americans do very well in their repairs. But we're about to eclipse. We are about to eclipse. Makros is about to overtake Orange Pass. And again, if Orange Pass wins this, that's that could change things quite a bit. That could absolutely. But if Makros can keep himself in the fight, maybe, just maybe, he can prevail and win it in the next game. But it's not looking good. Makros has lost a number of units, and again, Orange Pass's big push Luckily, Rakanwoofer did miss, but he's slowly getting that veterancy with these guys. A Vet 4 Rakanwoofer. Nothing to sneeze at. Luckily, Mortar Carriage is seeing that and is trying to focus it long range. Rakanwoofer's just going to move up 10 feet and open fire. Luckily, good hit. Brings it down to a quarter health. Can we finish it off? It looks like it's enough to push it back. Now, Panther's very angry, as we can see here. But Stewart moving on in. Is Stewart going to dive? Well, no, we're about to see a dead... No, he doesn't have the munitions! He doesn't have the munitions, but the mortar carriage does get neutralized by an AT gun. Sherman is down south. Again, he spread himself too thin right there and didn't have good coverage for the mortar carriage. Jackson now, yeah, your AT forces need to pull back. Unfortunately, did lose the lieutenant as well. Makro's putting in a decent fight. Wait, can he get a kill here? Oh, no, Rakanwoofer might finish him off. Super close. Panther's going in for the dive. And the AT weapons had to pull back in mid because of all this weaponry. Hold on, Jackson gets a kill on that. Very nice job. Hey, Stewart, you're going to need to help out your buddy. Sherman makes it back to base somehow. Panther having to pull back. So that's one kill. They managed to kill one Volk squad and one Stewart. So Orange Press took some losses. Good. He needed to do that in order for Makros to have a chance, but Makros just lost his AT gun. Makros, oh shoot, might really lose his AT gun if that Rakanwoofer has its way. One last shot would do it. MG still opening fire. Again, our piercing rounds won't do too much. It does a little, but not as much as they probably want. Rakanwoofer, though, will help. Rakanwoofer will help. Actually, might be able to finish it off here. He does! AT gun and the MG do enough to kill the Stewart. That's 2 armored vehicles down. Luckily, the lighter variety. But still, that means Orange Pass lost still less than Makros in the last engagement. Not a good sign. Not a good sign. MG setting on up. But, like, this Panther has not much to fear now. Like, what's this Panther have to fear? The, what? The Sherman and the Jackson currently getting repairs? The M1's dead. So he's like, alright, cool, I'll just hang out by the front. Again, give it credit. Vet 3 MG. We'll give full credit there. But it's right now a situation of what do you do? Oh, nice camouflage with the Jackson, which is going for a dive. I have no idea what this thing is doing. I guess he was just going on the outside of his territory. Again, unfortunately, just not doing enough to really knock out the Rakanwoofer. Panther now diving. Jackson, I have no idea what this Jackson's looking for. You killed the Panzer II. It's dead. You don't have to worry about it. Anyway, luckily we got Bazooka Team moving on in, which again, luckily, it's not revealing that, but it is. Sherman and Jackson getting some repairs. I feel it'd be better to do it over here instead of right there, but whatever. Bazooka Team fire, get a decent connect shot on the Panther, but again, overall, not too much. Rakanwoofers, Vet 5, mind you, are just hidden across the map. So, again, the American armor, which he's relying more and more on, is fighting an uphill battle because he's reversing top-tier AT guns. Oh no, this is going to be bad. A major push coming on in. Sherman, what's with the dives? Stop diving! Makros, I don't know what you're doing, but you're about to die. Okay, the one positive I'll say is, even though he lost that recruit Sherman, this Panzer IV might die. Wait, nope, there goes the Rifleman. That's another very important unit. AT guns are probably going to reposition themselves. Oh, the other one retreated. This one is moving itself up. Can you kill the Panzer IV? It should pen the first shot, but its connecting blow is really what matters. It connected, but the problem is, can the Jackson make it out in time? Probably not, because he could... Oh, wait, no, he doesn't have the Faust capabilities. He does, they still connect with the Panther. They're trying to dive on the Panther. Unfortunately, does not hit, and there goes the Sherman. Makro's trying one last push, but he needed to be, like, very, very lucky to hit every shot and make it pen while the Panther needed to bounce. And unfortunately, with the Sherman, not likely. So Makros will lose this game. Coming out on top for the first half, slowly but surely, just picked off. And, yeah, he gets taken out. So very good play right now. Let's look at the after action report, ladies and gentlemen, and see how each player did. Alrighty. So after action report is showing that damage-wise, Orange Pass was on top. 53,000 damage. Hot dang, that's a lot for just 32 minutes. 141 kills goes to him as well. Positive KD for the OKW. And Makros, unfortunately, just falling short of victory. We can see here again, just not doing all so well with the kill department. Definitely losing quite a bit. Oh my god, an even 20,000 damage for the Rakan Warfare. That's pretty sweet right there. I'm a little bit bright. There we go. Anyway, 82 kills with the Volk squads. Very good to see. Makros, 34 kills with Rifleman. That's unfortunate. That is unfortunate for him. Again, could have been a lot better. I think he just kept some units there a bit too long, and unfortunately they paid the price. As soon as Orange Press had those infiltration grenades, something snapped, and you can see that he just started picking off his units. It might just been too many for him to handle. But yeah, some kills of the German armor, but again, was not enough to turn the tide. And Orange Pest prevails. Good for him. Good for him. Let's carry on. Hello, everyone. This is Greyshot117, and boy, do I have a game for you. This is round 2 of the finals in the Master League. I believe it's number 5 in the Master League so far. But we got ourselves 2 awesome players. We got Nagano as the Austere and Happy Cat as the Soviets. Oh, boy. Oh, boy. I'm so happy. I'm so happy we have a Soviet player. But Nagano going with the Jaeger Infantry. So I'm assuming for ambush specifically he's getting that. Because I've seen ambush used very well in the competitive scene as of late. So we'll see how that goes. Meanwhile, again, we are on the map, by the way, Amelie Fields. Very curious to see how this game progresses. Conscript, first build by Happy Cat. No penals? No penals. Very, very disappointed we're not getting penals, but what are you going to do? Anyway, if you want to support the Master League, again, Patreon link will be down below or in the chat option, whichever one is easier at the time of your viewing. And yeah, hopefully we'll go. This is, I believe, game 1. So, curious to see how this goes. Normal build for Nagano, Grenadier, Pioneer, MG, nothing too out of the ordinary. It's not like this will change it. If anything, Jaeger Command Squad could deploy later. Conscripts being built. I love the fact like they're building the cover. It's like, nah, you're not getting on the point. It's like we're building a wall of sandbags around the point, so we can use it, but you can't. Why did they all just go into like one person here? That's a bit weird. Anyway, conscripts building that against the capture point over there. Engineer squad is over there. Let's see. Yeah, so they're slowly pushing up, grabbing quite a bit of territory. Right now, another Grenadier squad on the table. So again, we have double Grenadier. Again, I think the conscripts could still overwhelm, but if they're spread out as they are, that might be a little more difficult. But it looks like the main 3 conscripts are very close to each other, actually waiting for a push. Interesting. He's waiting for the Austere to advance, hopefully overextending himself, and then he pushes to counter. A Happy Cat, mind you, has got himself 4 conscripts, no Molotovs yet, so he can't burn out the MG. In case anyone's like, well, we could just Molotov it. Nope. No Molotov. No Rubintrov. I don't think Rubintrov is in there, but still. None of that. Point is, conscript's going to push on in. Grenadiers out of cover. Conscript's in cover. Should be fine. But wait, now the Grenadier squad coming on in. What do you do? Conscript squad pulling on back. Only lost a model. He's being very... I mean, against what the Soviets wanted. He's, you know, he's keeping his men alive. Which is astounding. MG sat on up. But that is allowing this little squad right here. Happy Cat's springing a trap. And he's going on in. Hopefully enough to neutralize that MG. Grenadier's really focusing on the conscript squad there. Another conscript squad pushing along the flanks. MG realizing the precarious situation he has placed himself in. And the conscripts open fire. But he's now being targeted. Can he get out of there? Oorah, oorah, oorah. Up. MG will not fire in time. And will need to reposition. But 3 Grenadier squads, what do you do? Conscript squad to pull back. He's going to most likely divert men and keep them on the back. But 3 squads versus 1, no way. No way you're going to win that fight. But was this all a trap? It might have been. In the meantime, we have Happy Cat going in for the awesome cutoff. And it does work. The cutoff is the option and is the best option as it cuts off the fuel and a normal capture point. Grenadiers coming in a massive contingent in order to hold him back. But that's stopping advances and putting the MG by itself, which if you can send those infantry over to it, he'll be fine. Happy Cat, by the way, going airborne. Which, again, SVT rifles for your conscripts. Pretty damn sweet, honestly. Really, really effective. Gonna try to knock out the fuel if he can. But again, all the Grenadiers are right behind. So probably not gonna put down that cover. But he will at the very least decap it, right? Nope, he's going for cover just to hold. Middle is being decapped. The fuel is being decapped, but it looks like the way the squad might come in would be against where the MG is set up. So that's unfortunate for him. We have no medical facility, but we do have a tier 2 facility going online, so maybe a 222 could be an option. Another engineer squad being made, I'm assuming to make... No, he's actually dropping supplies. Interesting. He doesn't actually have enough to build the support weapon Campania, but I'm assuming he's about to make that. Because I don't think it would give it to an engineer squad. Because that's a lot of weaponry to give to a unit that can't exactly hold the line as much as a conscript. Again, I love it. The Soviets are just pushing through wherever they want. Grenadiers coming in a big ol'... okay, Nagano, I know you don't want to hear this. I know you're considered one of the best players in Co 2. But you're blobbing. You're blobbing, sir. Look at this. This is a blob. A single detachment controlled by just one moment. Like one move. You're blobbing, sir. I'm gonna need you to stop blobbing. All right? You're better than this. You're better than this. Happy Cat's gonna move up conscripts though from multiple directions. The blob might actually cost him with the flamethrower unit. He's getting out of cover, but again, in cover, conscript's gonna overwhelm him. AT grenade, is that an option? No, it is not. It is not an option. And I think now Nagano knows it's not an option. And I think he would have won that fight if it wasn't for those meddling, not meddling, for those AT grenades. If it only Happy Cat had AT grenades, he might have been able to pull out. But he did not do that. But what he is doing is slowly but surely giving all of his men SVT rifles, which is gotta be pretty nice. Gotta be. Now, fuel's being cut off again. Unfortunately, Happy Cat has had his fuel cut off, which is unfortunate. 222 just literally diving upon the enemy. We got the Jaeger Command Squad now active on the field, so boy oh boy, I know people really like this unit. Not a huge fan, but you know, it's fine. It's fine. Jaeger Command Squad, it'll do it. It still has Faust. It still has, you know, the rifle grenade. It's good. Like, I have nothing against it. I'm just more on it, I should say. It's a good unit, but I'm just, I don't know why. Just never found the unit to be all that interesting. It's a good unit. It's just not like shock troops, commandos, or Soldaten, or Fallschirmjägers, or anything else. Anyway, or the new Luftwaffe officer. That looks really cool. Anyway. 222 and some Grenadiers are guarding mid. Again, MG42 has been upgraded to it. Right now, Happy Cat, not looking great resource department, except for munitions. Doing great there. And also, I love how he went high north in case there was an MG. No MG. Grab the territory! Pioneer Squad pulling on back. Any teller mines? No, I don't see any tellers anywhere. Grenadiers are chilling in mid. Waiting. AT gun is active, so okay, Happy Cat has some defenses, I'm assuming as well. No grenade package. That is so interesting. No grenade package. I mean, luckily the 222 took enough firepower to be pushed back, so that's a positive. But maybe he's just like, okay, I don't have time to throw AT grenades. I just need SVT rifles. And yeah, SVT rifles are very good with conscripts, and that should really help him out. Also, a mine right here could be super, super funny, but, you know, that's just me. But, yeah, right now, conscripts are actually doing pretty well against, well, the engineer squad, the engineer squad to pull back, but the Grenadier squad. Now, the MG is moving on in. Unfortunately, you could bring in the AT gun and use an artillery burst. That's also an option. Oh, I'm sorry, is he doing that? Oh my god, he built the grenade package. Thank god. Alright. Whew. I mean, look, just having an option is good. Alright, he got it eventually. Thank you, chat, for calling that out. Also, I love the double minesweepers. Nagano's like, sorry, Happy Cat, I'm not falling for your mines. Trying to break the cover while he's getting some heals. AT gun repositioning. Again, double conscript. That Grenadier squad, not in a good position right now. Triple conscripts. Oh, no. AT gun as well could break that cover. Come on, attack the cover. Attack the cover. Or artillery. There's 3 units. Oh, good health hit. One last shot. Come on. Oh, a little bit to the right. Need to be a little bit to the left. A little bit to the left. But still did the job. Breaking the cover. So, yeah, no cover for them. Unfortunately, the Jaeger Command Squad, among other forces, are pushing on in, grabbing 2 VPs. And, again, have double munitions for Nagano, which is not great for Happy Cat. Happy Cat, by the way, is currently down. Oh, no. 222 and MG are setting on up. AT gun repositioning. Fires no shots. Actually, just out of range. Unfortunate for him. Conscript Squad having an unfortunate retreat, but luckily MG doesn't manage to kill another model. 222 might. Oh, no. What is that retreat? Oh, that's unfortunate. Their command squad trying to pick him off. Conscript coming on in. Is he going to kill the squad? Oh, no. Run! Oh, the luckiest conscript. The luckiest conscript. Do you revert the engineers to, revert the engineer out my part? Wasn't angry with the squad? Yeah, so this is, again, before the balance patch. That is the commander patch. Also, nice artillery to push back the MG. It's like, I have an MG, you have an AT gun, I should win. Soviets. Huh, that's funny. Alright, major push coming on. Flamethrower should burn the squad out. Happy Cat, unfortunately, did lose the left fight, and the Grenadiers are definitely going straight for that fuel. But Happy Cat is still doing good damage. AT gun firing. Hits the 222. Kill, unfortunately, just out of range for additional shot. Luckily, dodged his rifle grenade. And might be able to do a good push along the right. There's not much stopping him. T-70 as well going live. But we do have ourselves a pack gun. So we have a good amount of AT for Nagano and also for Happy Cat. So I don't think either side is really going to make too much headway with their light armor. It's really going to come down to infantry. And right now, infantry-wise, good push with Nagano on the far left, grabbing a huge chunk of territory. Again, Happy Cat just being pushed into his base. Grenadier Squad in good cover, holding him back. He's going to push, and I think that's fine. There really isn't much to support. There is some more Grenadier Squads slowly coming in, but again, Happy Cat's closer to the base and has way more men. Molotov could be an option, but he doesn't have a ton of munitions, so I understand that. Or just bring up the flamethrower. That will burn him out. T-70 now moving on in. Nagano, I think has battle phase 2. He does. Oh, wait a second. Oh, he got the upgrade while retreating. That sucks. But at the very least, you pushed him back. MG, though, opening fire against the engineer squad. We got a Grenadier squad trying to attack a T-70. I don't understand the reason for that Faust. Sure, he can't dive on it, but he has plenty of engineers. Oh, wait, no, they're both preoccupied. Okay, never mind. That actually will keep the T-70 back at base for a little bit of time. That was a... Unintentionally, that was a good Faust. Conscript's taking the left. Should be fine in cover. Again, 222 could wear him down, but should be relatively A-okay to decap the point at the very least. Luckily, Conscript's on the right will grab the munitions and the VP. Jaeger Squad, though, moving on in, and, well, that's going to be annoying to fight. T-70 needs some heals. AT gun. Could do an artillery barrage here. I don't think he'll waste it there. And there's too many conscripts here for that Pioneer Squad to win. Even with the MG there, I think there's way too much firepower overall. Can he get the kill? SVT, it's super low. But no, not able to. Putting shots on target. Oh, firing through the brush, but unfortunately not able to hit that 222. Conscript Squad getting close, but not enough munitions for an AT grenade. T-70 heading the Grenadier Squad. Again, Nagano just strangling Happy Cat, unfortunately. Wait, hold on. Can we get a pick? We need a good pick. Get a good pick. Super, come on, SVTs. Come on, and he gets the pick. Finally, the Grenadier Squad goes down, and a win for Happy Cat. We might get a second win here. He needs to pull back. AT grenade, AT grenade, AT grenade, AT grenade, and where's the AT gun? Back at base. Never mind. No pick. No pick on the 222. But it's incredibly low. Nagano has less men on the field by far for frontline. And by far, I mean just one. But still, it's something. It's something for Happy Cat. And I'm not just rooting for him because he has cat in the name. Au contraire. It's because he's always happy. That's the main reason I'm rooting for him. Anyway, Grenadiers pushing on in. They might try to pick off the engineers while they're healing the T-70 or hit the AT gun. Unfortunately, T-70 can still fire its main gun and maneuver like crazy, so don't suspect that to happen. Also, Pack Gun's way out of position, so it's not going to pick off the T-70. Yeah, realizing their unfortunate situation, Grenadiers like hightail it out of there, trying not to get picked off again by a T-70, which, again, good firepower. Way too many conscripts. MG's going to need to retreat immediately. He could, again, try to hold for as long as he can. But, probably not. Probably not. Yeah, even with cover, he's just being slowly whittled down. And right now, Panzer IV is coming onto the field. But Happy Cat, again, realizing the situation at hand, gets a second AT gun. And that should provide enough fire support to hopefully wear and tear down. What is it called? Wear and tear any sort of big armor push. Conscript, though, is trying to go for mid. Right now, Happy Cat's biggest issue, though, is not the Panzer IV, but the VPs. Right now, he's down 2-1. Conscript's trying to fight off the Jaeger squad. Luckily, they do. I don't see a kill option available, but at very least, they could farm down a few models and should capture the right. AT gun is needed, though, against the 222. But, unfortunately, with the positioning here, there's not much stopping infantry coming along the side, hitting the AT gun from the flank. T-70 is operational, though, so he could always provide that little fire support. And we do have a flamethrower squad, so yeah, there's enough firepower here he could move in. Panzer IV, though, is also moving in the target. Upgraded with an MG42, or at least it's currently upgrading. Hopefully the MG can... Wait, double AT? He's going for the dive. Panzer IV really risking it for the biscuit. And AT grenade going out. Unfortunately, the AT gun's slow to reposition. Oh my god, Grenadier is being picked off. Light artillery barrage coming in. Luckily, AT gun's like, I'm just gonna walk away. Like, nothing. Pack gun is opening fire on the T-70. Backs on up, gets on out. Panzer IV trying to get some quick repairs. Conscript, what are you doing? Oh, dang it. Oh, he's focusing on double AT. AT, come on! One last shot! Oh, not enough. It's not enough for him to win the game, unfortunately. And wow, is he charging the AT gun? He does not care. Fire the shot! Just one shot! Oh, Happy Cat wasted it. Happy Cat, unfortunately, lost both AT. Unfortunately, the Panzer IV is not in a state where he can one-shot it now. T-70 trying to pick him off. Pack gun or something. Oh, it's a pack gun. Pack gun finished him off. And while, yes, Nagano was losing here and there a couple units, not Nagano, Happy Cat lost his entire army in that push. So, sometimes you're an orange pest. Your push breaks the enemy. Other times, the enemy bends enough to where you break by the push itself. So, yeah, unfortunately, Nagano held strong, knocked out the AT guns. Unfortunate luck for Happy Cat, but still a good game, all things considered. And hopefully, round 2 goes better. Let's double check the after action report to see. Yeah, Soviet kills were not as good in this round, unfortunately. Soviet, we look at kills 40 compared to 91. 35 kills specifically for the Grenadier squad. So it had to be something else. Is it the 222? 21 kills from the 222. And the Jaeger command squad got only 10. So, alright. The Soviets, on the other hand, only... Oh, sorry. Soviets, on the other hand, 22 kills with the conscript. So they weren't that far behind the Grenadier. Unfortunately, just other things weren't just providing that fire support. T-70 did pretty good. And I think the pick of the Grenadier squad was a nice step in the right direction. And if he just got lucky with one additional hit killing the Panzer IV, that might have been done. But he kept pushing and pushing and unfortunately just lost his whole army in that push. Unfortunate for Happy Cat, but hey, hopefully next time it goes better. Hello everyone, this is Greyshot117. I'm doing game 2 of round 2 involving Nagano and Happy Cat. Happy Cat going German infantry doctrine as the austere. Nagano chilling out, not going armor company it looks like this round, but instead going, oh I don't know, go mechanized? Can we go mechanized? No mech, okay, no mech. But we got Echelon, we got Rifleman for a start, we got double Grenadier, a little different for Happy Cat, and a Pioneer squad. Happy Cat, unfortunately, did not fare also all that well in the last game. Hopefully this game, Happy Cat can prevail as the austere. Hopefully. Although we have seen the USF play a very strong start, but unfortunately, again, middle and late game, it did somewhat change. So it's just going to be one of those things where we'll have to see what happens overall and just eventually down the line. So... again, right now I would say Nagano has the best early lead advantage, if I have to make the assumption. But that doesn't mean necessarily he'll win the game outright. But again, we'll have to see. Actually, triple Grenadier, so he's definitely doing something a little different. Hopefully, I'm assuming he's betting on the veteran squad leaders, if I have to assume. I think they, in this version of the game, they have been changed enough to where I think the MG42 is comparable to it. I don't know if this is still beats it. I want to say it still does, but I don't know if it's as much as in previous patches or in previous versions of the game. Anyway, Grenadier squad moving on in. Echelon as well, just chilling. Grenadier moving along. Again, right now, Echelon in good cover, but Grenadier's going to outpace them. Meanwhile, most of the riflemen are on the right. Pioneer squads are just chilling in heavy cover, being like, yeah, you're fighting long range. You have fun over there. We're just going to hold here and just keep your fire on us. While 3 Grenadier squads push left and hopefully take a good chunk of territory. Because they got the fuel here. They'll probably get the fuel against Nagano on the left. And in mid, looks like Grenadier squad will start engaging the riflemen. Riflemen don't have... Well, they might have good cover. Hold on. I think they might have a cover option there, but I think that the fence prevents that from going over to that side. So it would be yellow. Oh, no. Okay, so he's here now. Good, good, good. So riflemen are in good cover. Grenadiers are in... I'm sorry. Is that a piece of, like... I have no... Hey, guys. This little piece of a wheelbarrow is going to be used as cover. Sure that is. Sure that is. No, yeah, no MG start. No MG start. Pure offensive frontline forces. And yeah, Grenadiers taking the territory. We have Echelons moving in. We got double riflemen now engaging with 3 Grenadier squads. Possibly a 4th as soon as that other Grenadier squad comes along. Pioneer squad is busy at base. I'm assuming Battlefield. Yep, he's going to be building a tier 2 building very soon. Grenadiers, though, looks like are taking more... Well, I'm actually not entirely sure on that. I think, yeah, Grenadiers are taking a few more losses. But we have more Grenadiers coming on in, and Echelon is going to be pushed back by the one flanking him. And there's no additional rifleman support coming on in. Nagano is withholding that. I'm assuming he's getting himself a lieutenant. Oh, look at that, lieutenant. Who would have guessed? But, yeah, overall, Grenadiers having a rough time versing the riflemen, but we have a Pioneer squad now coming in from behind, so he's not building that building as of yet. He's trying to body block, maybe, a little bit, but he's trying to do some more damage, and yeah, riflemen will be pushed back. So that's an effective counter by Happy Cat, who wins the battle with the frontline Grenadier force. Now the question is, this rifleman squad, what is its, what is it going to do? Now, both Grenadiers, again, relatively in good standing, going to push against this rifleman squad. Typically, Grenadiers should win, again, in this scenario. And it doesn't look like the riflemen really have good cover. Now, unfortunately, I can say the same for the Grenadiers. But I think it's just DPS-wise, the riflemen will have to pull back. Yep. I might have seen it a little differently if he was able to get to that truck. If he got to that truck, maybe the Grenadiers could have had a rough time versing him. And then maybe has to pop a rifle grenade or something. But anyway, Pioneer squad's heading back. Grenadier squad as well being pushed back, I'm assuming, by the lieutenant. And right now, resource-wise, it's close. Nagano still leads, but that will surely change once this point is captured and given to Happy Cat's resource supply. And same thing with this fuel being taken away by Nagano. But yeah, tier 2 building being unlocked, which makes, again, the 222 or the pack, which I'm going to have to assume it's the pack. I'm sorry, not the pack. The 222 that's going to be picked to fight off the infantry. However, Nagano going with a very interesting strategy. He is getting himself a utility car, which I've seen actually used very well in a lot of competitive games, but still, very interesting choice, especially with such an early 222. Utility car does not have the capabilities to necessarily fight off a 222. Its machine gun's fine. It can also place really good mines that could maybe neutralize it, but I don't think Nagano's the type of person to place those mines so willy-nilly. So again, it's going to be curious to see what he does. So kind of curious what the overall plan is. Utility car is opening fire against the Grenadier squad with the Echelon. Grenadier squad taking hits, but still, I think go either. Oh, nope, 222 is going to probably win that. Yep. Riflemen coming on in. They have AT grenades, but there's too many Grenadiers coming on in. By the way, the Grenadiers, again, with the veteran squad leader now, you can see here they have an STG-44. So, it's not the, I think it was the G43 rifle they originally got. So again, it's not, it's a little different. And I think that difference is going to make it a little harder to fight the American infantry as effectively as the previous G43 one, but still, I think it's still going to be a good enough fight just because of the extra man. Yep, we got ourselves, let's see here, a pack gun now on the field. So yeah, Happy Cat really laying on Nagano. It's not looking that great for the American. 222 diving the lieutenant. Grenadier squad might actually body block him, try to go for another model or two. No, he's going for cover. He sees this infantry. He's like, nope. Rifle grenade, rifle grenade, rifle grenade, rifle grenade, rifle grenade, no rifle grenade. Aw, dang it. Was hoping for a rifle grenade. I don't know if you guys know that. Anyway, Pioneers grab territory. This other piece should be taken by the Grenadiers. Again, middle, looks like we have the utility car. We have the Rifleman, which by God needs an ambulance. But nope, he's gone for Stewart first. And Rashlon squad. I have no idea what this Rifleman's supposed to do with 55 to 60% of its health gone, but it's supposed to do something. 222 is opening fire against the infantry. Rifleman coming on in to support. Utility car going over here, but it's going to do the work. It's going to decap that territory just fine. Pack gun going in to stop him. So again, good micro by Happy Cat to push back the utility car. And yeah, even with that upgrade, it's still a two-shot kill for any sort of AT. Anyway, 222 moving on in against the Rifleman. A lot of infantry as well. Again, already upped. He has 3 squads upped with that bonus. And again, the bonus is 60 munitions. It's not cheap. So good job, Happy Cat, for keeping the territory under his control, grabbing all of it, and really putting up a good fight against Nagano. Anyway, Stewart now is on the field. Ambulance finally coming on the field. I don't think Nagano has also gotten the bar upgrade. He is not. Fauster inbound to hold back the Stewart. 1 Faust, at the very least, not a second. And the Stewart will be pushed back to base, but Rashlon should heal him pretty quick. The problem, though, is that just allows the 222 to run rampant for a time. And, well, the Riflemen are out of position, so I think we all know where it's going to go. Grenadier squad decapping the territory. Utility car could do something. Where's the pack? Pack gun moving on in. So, yeah, he knows where the armor is. And he's going to focus his attention over in that region. And, yeah, it's hopefully going to keep the Oh, wait, no. Stewart going around. Still decap the territory, which is perfect. That cuts off the munitions, the fuel, and, well, that's it, because everything else has been decapped. The fuel will itself be decapped, so even if they get the territory back, it'll still be a bit of a headache. Pack-gun needs to fire across. Fortunately, Rifleman going in on the Grenadier squad, which is not great, comparatively so. I think the Rifleman would win that fight. But the Pack-gun needs to move in, but he can't because the Rifleman blocking it. Oh, wow, actually, the SCG-44, oh, well, it's in cover, that's probably why. Not doing too bad. Happy Cat just strangling Nagano, showing how, again, one game doesn't mean this person is completely done. Unfortunately, Pack-gun wasn't able to connect a shot, so unfortunate. Grenadiers trying to put pressure. The other squad had to pull on back, but 222 as well coming in with Pioneers to grab the right side. Rifleman not looking so hot, honestly. Again, three Riflemen and a Lieutenant, but no support equipment to speak of. Big old blob coming in, though. This could be a counterattack by Nagano and could work. Rough grenade fires, but only gets a single model. Grenadier squad needs to pull back. Same thing with the second one, but I think he'll at least push back one squad. He might get the kill, honestly. Hold on. Nope, he has to pull back. But the Rifleman squad still very low. With pack support, Stewart's being pushed back, and utility car as well is kept at a distance. While the 222 has no such issue. It's just easily opening fire. And once again, Nagano just being torn apart. USF not performing very well this game. But VP point-wise, I will say it's still very close. Nagano still has, well, only a 30-point deficit compared to Happy Cat. But Happy Cat does have a very large infantry force. So, again, 5 Grenadier squads with the upgrade. 5 Grenadier squads with 5 men. It's a lot of Grenadiers. Easily outnumbering Nagano's frontline force. And being so competitive, it's not like the Rifleman can easily win. Now, with a bar, yeah, that's going to help immensely. But we'll see. We'll have to see. Happy Cat as well, I'm assuming getting Battle Phase 2. He is. So again, Panzer IV, more likely. And Nagano still, as of yet, does not have an AT gun. And I just bring that up because every second that he doesn't have an AT gun is, well, another second that Panzer IV comes out and has nothing to worry about. Because again, it's like, yeah, you have AT grenades, yeah, you have the Stuart, but good luck using all that munitions to maybe bring down an overextended Panzer IV. Maybe. Right now, riflemen are very low on health, being pushed back by the grenadiers. Again, luckily, right-hand flank, lieutenant and rifleman does break one grenadier squad. But more coming on in. They have some good cover positions, so they should hold. And again, this is Happy Cat pushing very close to Nagano's base. So Nagano's the one really, like, at fault here. Luckily, Happy Cat still has a good amount of space to maneuver here. Unfortunately, the pack gun does miss. Grenadier squads are out of cover in that position. Needs something to hold back this huge force. Grenadier squad doing what it can, but can't do too much. 222 trying to help. But light vehicles pushing on in. Luckily, you still have one squad here, just keeping their attention, although he probably retreat. And a pack gun holding, so when they do chase, maybe can hit him on the retreat. Pack gun as well pulling on back. Rifleman trying to pick off, but throws a grenade. Gets 3 models. Really good grenade. Unfortunately, not enough to kill the unit, but still enough to send him a clear message that Nagano is not out of the woods yet. 222 is still opening fire up to almost 7, maybe 8 kills? No, not able to get 8. Okay. Pack gun repositioning to hit the Stuart. Stuart only has 3 kills for reference. Pack gun fires, gets a direct shot on target. And right now, oh, they're just healing. Right, because isn't it free heals? Yeah, it's free heals for these guys, so they can heal on the front. So he doesn't have to retreat back to base and get medical. Medical supplies to heal his men. He's fine. Let's see, is there anything that has changed? Not really. 222 pushing back, and Rifleman is at a weaker state, so the Grenadier squad should win that fight, especially with the pack gun right there. Utility car can't provide that support he really wants. 222 might dive. Hold on. Very low on health, but won't go in for the kill because he knows the Stuart is close by. He doesn't want to push in. Yeah, 50 cal because the lieutenant was active, by the way, in case someone's wondering. Oh! Why you don't blob, ladies and gentlemen. Happy Cat's Grenadier blob gets easily pushed back by a 50 cal. Come on. Don't blob, guys. It's one of those important messages you have to reiterate. Now, the Stuart, because I'm assuming he thinks all the Grenadier squads have been neutralized very quickly, I don't have to worry. Pack gun, though, is lying in wait. But the infantry is pushing on in. Grenadier squad's going to have to try to hold. He does manage to push back the lieutenant, but unfortunately, a grenade turns one of his Grenadier squads into paste. So, yeah, a good kill by Nagano against a unit all clumped together in heavy cover, but still clumped together, mind you, and just quickly neutralized. So that's going to help bring Nagano equal to Happy Cat, at least in my opinion. The reason why I say equal is I'm assuming Happy Cat is about to deploy a Panzer IV, and that itself will tip the scale, but Nagano is at least slowly pushing back Happy Cat. The question is for how long? Pack 40 moving back in, Grenadiers back up on the front. Again, number of good kills. Unfortunately, Pack does destroy some of the cover. Great job, Pack. Does connect, good. And Faust? No foul. Oh wait, we do get a Faust. Pack gun, though, is out of range, but he's moving on up. 222 needs some heals. Pioneer squad is back at base. Grenadier squad's coming on up. He doesn't have the manpower. That's the issue right now. Manpower bleed is actually the thing that's stopping Happy Cat from just easily deploying the Panzer IV, because for the last 2 minutes, he had the fuel. Pack gun setting on up. Going for a long shot. Out of range, though. Hits the utility car instead. Grenadier squad's hiding behind a log in order to try to hold the enemy back. Is it enough? It might be, actually. The log is holding. Rifle grenade fires. Not the damage that grenade did, but still a decent amount of health. Grenadier squad's doing a Faust itself. That's a lot of munitions he's using, but again, he has a good amount in reserve, so I think he's fine with it. Pack gun moving on in, hopefully hit the Stuart, I believe. But again, you have to worry about the lieutenant. Vet 3 doing quite a bit. Pack gun is repositioning the pullback. Luckily, we can see here, Grenadier squad capturing the left VP. Grenadier squad capturing the right VP. Grenadier squad guarding the mid VP. And that should hopefully keep the pressure on Nagano. Unfortunately, Nagano did capture the fuel, so now he has double fuel. And that probably means that we're probably going to see a lieutenant sooner rather than, not lieutenant, sorry, a Sherman sooner rather than later. Grenadier squad pulling on back. Double rifleman as well. That's a lot of riflemen on that side. needs to worry about that. Panzer IV, though, almost on the field. Major, I have to assume, is in development, right? Yep, and he's about 3 minutes away from deploying a Sherman. Still, 3 minutes is a long period of time in a 1v1, and a lot can change in that short period. But something to take note, Pioneer Squad decapping the fuel. We have the Grenadier Squads decapping the fuel, and again, doesn't matter because this one's disconnected. And this one, while is connected, I think the Stuart's easily going to push back the Pioneer Squad in time. Let's see, we have an AT gun that was dropped because Nagano went airborne. So again, deals with the AT problem that the Panzer IV will bring. Cheap mine does actually help a little bit. Panzer IV kind of just stuck there at odds with what to do. Luckily, not enough damage done in order to pin it with the AT grenade. And it looks like 222's trying to help on out. Actually, Nagano doesn't have enough resources for an AT grenade, so 222 dives it in a ballsy move, but actually effectively pushes back the rifleman. So good use there. Again, just kind of keep in mind of like how much munition does each side have. And it look, yeah, he knows like, oh, he doesn't have that much, but AT gun could finish off the 222. One last shot, misses, hits something else. Unfortunately, 222 manages to survive, almost getting veterancy 3. Veterancy 3, 222, nothing to sneeze at. Besides, a Vet 2-1, I believe, provides a boost in, what is it? A boost in sight. So it really does help out for helping out your units and detecting what the enemy has. Yeah, vehicle sighting. That's why a lot of people combine it with the spotting scope, because it just becomes absurd by how long that scout car, how far that scout car can see. Panzer IV saying, what's up? And yeah, it's gonna make that Stuart run for the hills. He's actually, Stuart saved a buddy. He saved a buddy. Look, that squad, you know, he was saved from the front. He might be dead, it might be run over by treads, but he is his body's brought back to the American line, so good for him. Anyway, Panzer IV popping some shots down range. Almost, wow, okay, good amount of veterancy for him. Thanks, Cat, for adjusting my lighting. Sure. Anyway, Major now in mid, utility car pushing the left. Right now, though, it looks like Happy Cat's on the back foot, even with the Panzer IV. Don't get me wrong, he has an AT gun, which is why the Panzer IV is hiding behind the shrubs in the building. But still, it looks like, overall, Happy Cat's on the back foot. I would say that, until Happy Cat deploys another Panzer IV. Then that's a lot of firepower going down range. I don't know, a little bit mixed on that. You know he went airborne, so maybe a P-47 counter, like an Ostwind would be good. But I get Panzer IV, good all around rather than an Ostwind, which is really good against infantry, but then you lack the anti-armor capabilities, and maybe you want that more. But I see an Ostwind could do a lot of damage versus these guys. But, hell, I had a Panzer IV wipe an entire squad in one shot. Rare, but it happens. Another Sherman on the... Oh, sorry. A Sherman going to be on the field. My apologies. So, good for Nagano getting up that armor. We have actually a push in mid with a lot of the Grenadiers. And Pack Gun opening fire on the utility car, I think. Come on. Fire. There we go. Connects the shot. Drop smoke. Direct shot. Misses, unfortunately. Utility car manages to get out of there in the nick of time. Stuart, Vet 3, interesting. Healing up some Grenadiers in the meantime. Pushing left. Meanwhile, the American has nothing opposing a push in mid. And again, the AT gun's backing it up, so the Panzer IVs can't just move on in and stop him without possibly being... Well, no, I take that back. Riflemen just overextended themselves. What do you think is going to happen, Rifleman? You know he is a Panzer IV. Oh, he's going for the pack kill. Okay. 222's here, and a Grenadier squad. This infantry is really overextended. Like, truly. Especially once he realizes there are two Panzer IVs. And I think he just did. Panzer IV diving. There's two AT guns, though. He's going for a frag bomb on the one. Panzer IV dives the other, kills it. Frag bomb coming in. Misses target, but the Panzer IV now has to deal with a Sherman with armor-piercing rounds equipped with it. Panzer IV diving, could get the kill right now against the AT gun. Gets the kill. Oh my god, this is the push the Happy Cat needed in the previous game. Hopefully, we'll see. AT grenade is an option. Goes in for the shot, misses. Stuart right here. What's it? Oh, Pack Gun gonna kill it. There it goes. And no losses right now for Happy Cat, but one AT grenade AT gun is down. I believe the second one is going to be killed. Hold on. Grenadiers trying to deal with the American infantry right now. Oh, yeah, they are killing it with the pack. Good, good, good. No AT grenade because he knows there's no way to finish it. Sherman in need of repairs. Utility car is still making moves. Luckily, its speed allows it to hopefully escape the Panzer IVs. Also, it could possibly lay down some mines, but I don't think Nagano has placed those mines anywhere on the field. I'm not seeing any of those mines from the utility car. But again, that could also be something to really cripple these medium tanks. But again, even though the AT guns were diminished, Nagano still has the Sherman and still has a ability to call in more AT. So he has that. Just not a lot of munitions, so it'll take a little bit of time. So right now, it's honestly, Nagano's on the back foot. Resource-wise, VP point-wise, yeah, definitely, Happy Cat is losing. But army-wise, and especially with what it looks like right now, I'm putting my money on Happy Cat for pulling out a victory. But if Happy Cat messes up, it can mess up big. He is, again, they're about equal. And, oh, another Panzer IV? Oh, we're going to see a Panzer IV rush. Bit of a blitz, I guess. At that point, I'm like, all right, maybe get an Oswin to deal that damage against the infantry, but I guess he really likes his Panzer IVs, although he doesn't have a bonus for them, just Grenadiers. So, okay, sure. Yeah, right now Battle Phase 3 has not been deployed yet, or upgrading to Heavy Panzer Corps, so it's not like he has the option to get a Brumbar as well, which, although I think that would be a great move. How do you deal with this pesky infantry? Brumbar. AT gun actually deployed in mass. He got himself, yeah, he slowly but surely got additional AT guns. So he got them all purchased and brought up to the front. Okay. Again, Nagano coming back in a big, decent way. The question is, can Happy Cat pull that out a second time? Now he has the additional Panzer IV to assist him in that offensive. Meanwhile, Nagano was less than he had before, but he still has a good amount of forces. So if the dominoes fall just slightly out of position, Happy Cat could lose a lot of his forces. MG42 as well being made, but Happy Cat near population, Nagano's still a bit ways off. But Pack Gun lying in wait. I think he knew the Sherman was going to push. Panzer IV now going on in. Pack Gun could fire. He does fire again. Sherman way out of position, and he might lose it here. This would be unfortunate because all of his infantry and stuff is in mid. And the Sherman out of position gets neutralized. Big win for Happy Cat, neutralizing all of the American armor of note. Like, again, utility car's armor, but it's not going to do any damage versus well... Oh, God. Here comes the push, ladies and gentlemen. Here comes the push. Utility car is down. Panzer IVs advance. AT guns are the target because they do the most against the Panzers. Grenadiers slowly pushing. MG holding back the Grenadiers. Now you have the circling Panzer IVs. AT grenade hits one. Again, this one is just out of position. Misses. And I think this might be GG for Nagano. A big upset. Not able to... get it. Grenadier squad's coming in from all directions, and I'm gonna say that's GG for Nagano. Nagano now chasing down the rifleman squads, making sure there's no survivors, charging directly into the base while the infantry clean up everything. Unfortunately, one of the Panzer IVs do die due to AT grenades. Good for them, but I don't think it's gonna really matter. Ambulance being neutralized, the base is being hit. Infantry need to repair, reinforce as quickly as they're being neutralized. Riflemen as well being pushed back. Panzer IV could easily neutralize the rest. They need to kill these units, but the Pack Gun is on it. So right now as well, AT gun being brought in. AT grenade being hit. Overextension possibly, but again, enough Grenadiers, so I don't think they're going to push outside. They will not. Grenadier squad... Oh my God, so close to killing that one infantry unit. Very, very low. MG as well blocking the base. It's the 50 cal, so the Germans have picked that up. And yeah, they're managing to pull back. Pack Gun manages to kill one. Now hopefully a second AT gun. It does. MG is currently keeping him contained, though Panzer IV now being hit from the side. Luckily he realizes this is going to reposition. Again, over here would be fine. You're still within range, buddy. Oh, luckily repositioned. Oh, great shot. Again, down to 2 riflemen and a lieutenant. Nagano's trying, but again, the MG's stopping him. Unfortunately. He's pretty pinned inside the base. And yep, there it goes. Nagano loses game 2. So guess what, ladies and gentlemen? That means it's a 1v1 scenario where Nagano and Happy Cat both have victory. Now again, this game took a bit longer for Happy Cat to decisively beat Nagano, but I gotta give it up to Happy Cat. Gotta give it up to the man, and because he did such an effective job at pushing back the enemy. So really, really good job there. Excellent work by Happy Cat at pushing back Nagano and keeping him contained in the base. So let's double check there. By the way, Nagano had to have lost so many AT guns in that game. Absolutely lost so many AT guns just because of how many times Happy Cat's like, oh, your AT gun? Pack it, Panzer IV shot it, whatever. Let's see, 4 vehicles destroyed. I'm assuming some of those are vehicles and some of those are the packs. I'm sorry, the M1s the American had. 70 kills. It was a good use. The Grenadiers held their own against the American infantry. Yeah, a lot of losses for Nagano overall. More damage to Happy Cat with 30,000. Let's double check something real quick. Actually, hold on. Before I change, how many losses did you lose? You lost 1 Grenadier squad. I know that from the grenade, and 1 Panzer IV, but that's it. Not a lot of losses. Nagano, on the other hand, lost a lot of rear echelon, a lot of riflemen. He produced 1, lost... Oh, it must be the M1s, him reinforcing, I assume. Okay. Let's see here. What are we looking at? Yeah, how many M1s? Oh, does it? Oh, 4. He produced 4 of the suckers, and they all died. I mean, they had good efficiency, but still, they did meet their maker. But yeah, that's game. We're gonna have to move on to game 3 to see what happens next. Hello, everyone. This is Greyshot117 here, and I am casting game 3 of round 2 of Happy Cat versus Nagano. Should be an interesting and hopefully great game, but we will have to see because, well, things are going to get intense around here with Happy Cat bringing up an upset last game, but now has to go to the USF. Brought the upset as the Austere. Meanwhile, Nagano going with the same strategy he used to defeat Happy Cat in the first game. Will Happy Cat learn to deal with what he did before, or will he be unfortunately forced to go down the same path and lose? We shall see. If you want to support the Master League again, link will be in the chat or down below. If you want to support the channel that I'm currently casting on, make sure you hit that follow, like, subscribe, whatever it ends up being on when I put this video up. Please support. Thank you very much for any support you give in any fashion you give. Anyway, Nagano, Austere, again going with Jäger Infantry. Happy Cat is yet to pick, but USF. And overall, let's see. Right now, we're on Nexus. So yeah, this is a best of 3 game, mind you. So whatever happens here, it's game. It's done. It's over. So again, they need to figure out what to do in order to succeed. So let's see. Pioneers opening fire against the rear echelons. Doing okay. Again, really the MG is going to bring it up. And yeah, yes, Nagano went with a more standard build compared to Happy Cat's Grenadier front. But Echelon's in cover, gonna hold pretty strong. That's 2 units actively fighting on this front. Meanwhile, Rifleman can pretty much go with spread out, grab munitions, territory, etc. And yeah, he's gonna go and fight that Grenadier squad because he has cover. That guy does not. Echelon's still holding. They actually win fighting the Pioneer squad, which is hilarious to think of because there's an MG42, but it's just outside of range, which is probably why it's not as effective. And hell, Echelon could just walk out if he really wanted to. I think I might be preoccupied because of the Riflemen now walking around the territory and the Grenadier squad that jumped into the building because they're like, I need to hide, need to hold. So, yeah. Rifleman going from mid, more Riflemen pushing up. I'm assuming to hopefully jump in the building himself. That would be hilarious. Let's see. Down south, we have the Echelon just chilling. MG thinking that they've retreated. Echelon being like, nope, I'm still alive. Rifleman, though, expecting the MG... Oh, sorry, I'm assuming... Wait, hold on. Why are you... Do you know he's... Oh, he doesn't know he faced that way. Okay. Luckily, the Echelon squad's there, because now the MG's like, oh, shoot. Now I got this annoying pest on me. The question is, will the support team kill... Oh, you're within range. Oh, bad placement. Bad placement. And you might lose a squad there. Happy Cat might have made a grave mistake. Oh, poor Happy Cat. No! Oh, very lucky he didn't lose that squad. Now would be the time to push, but luckily, at the very least, territory has been cut off. So Happy Cat stops Nagano from getting all that fuel. Very important overall to make sure, of course, that fuel income doesn't go Nagano. He doesn't rush anything like, oh, I don't know, a 222. Yeah, I've been told 222s are quite effective. And by told, I mean shown. Anyway, meanwhile, we got territory that would be great if they could cut off. And right now, it looks like a win with the Grenadier squad falling back. But overall, it's going to be curious to see. All he needs to do is capture this territory, and that's all cut off in the south. Or sorry, in the north. So we'll see. Grenadier squad moving on in. MG repositioning, but way too far to assist right now. And yeah, Riflemen are going to cut off that territory and stop the fuel. Meanwhile, they get a healthy number of normal capture point income. So yeah, Happy Cat's getting 25 manpower, or fuel, and 52 munitions without holding a fuel point. Meanwhile, Nagano's at 10. So it's a 2 to 5 advantage right now. Grenadier squad being hit in 2 different directions. 1 window on this side, so Riflemen are pretty much good. And 2 people firing from the burning debris on this side. So Riflemen having a bit harder time and no cover. But still, Grenadier squad will probably be pushed back. Unfortunately, Grenadiers do manage to recapture that position. But again, it's not like the Riflemen can just hold on there. They could fight here, but again, a little bit of disadvantage. Riflemen could pop a shot against that Grenadier squad and try to pick another model. But doesn't look like that's likely. Re-echelon, meanwhile, the MG's like, wait a second. I was pushing north in the re-echelon and grabbing a territory from behind. Very nice. And they do decap it. So excellent, excellent work. Rifleman pulling on back. The other Rifleman squad having some issues, to say the least. And yeah, he's going to pull on back. Going to try to grab that territory. Let's see. The south is at least decapped, and he's trying to go for the high wall in order to make sure he doesn't die, which, understandable. He's still suppressed, and unfortunately the MG will probably set up. Before, oh, wait, no! Oh, he made a mistake. You made a grave mistake, I think. He can get to cover, maybe. Again, close range troops, they'll do quite a bit. I don't think the firepower for the echelons in the health is there for him to win. Unfortunately, as well, the retreat path is not there for him. He might lose. He definitely loses it. Dang it. Happy Cat loses echelon. That's the first loss of the day, and the MG gets armor-piercing rounds because of that. Not a good sign. Lieutenant's on the field. Still, Happy Cat did get a decent amount of fuel, so most likely... Oh, yeah, Stewart is going to come around the corner pretty quick. Now, the question is, who gets what first? Nagano is building the light mechanized, so I'm assuming the 2-2 will come shortly thereafter. But Happy Cat slowly getting the resources to get out that Stewart, which I'm assuming he's going to deploy. I don't think he's going to deploy a utility car. He needs that advantage now. But yeah, unfortunate. MG is going to hold the south pretty effectively. And all the Riflemen are going to push up north to try to counter it. Oh, Grenadier's having a rough time with that American blob. No more models scaled. Okay. Rifleman going to try to go for the fuel. VP point-wise, it's not looking great for Happy Cat. He's down 70 VPs roughly. Grenadier's in a good defensive position. And yeah, he saw that. He immediately runs. Stewart's going to be deploying onto the field shortly, but 222 has already beat him to it. Plus, Nagano is a pack. So right now, unless a good grenade happens or something like that, 222 is looking to do some real damage against the American infantry. And same with the Grenadiers. Grenadiers coming on the retreat path. Luckily, retreat actually comes north, not south. So Grenadiers will manage to get out without doing too much damage against them. Again, healing on up. Stewart is coming onto the field shortly. But overall... Oh, MG setting on up here. Where's it? Weird angle. That's all I'm going to say. Weird angle to guard that. But hey, he set it up. Oh, Rifleman actually walking into it. Who? Man, go figure. Oh, no. Happy Cat definitely not looking good. Happy Cat's USF, I don't think, is up to snuff with his Ost tier. At least that's just my overview of it. Anyway, Stewart moving on in. Again, 222 has to worry a little bit, but there's a teller mine going on the field. Realizing he's like, no, I can't put it that close. There's not much stopping him right now. Wait, I take that back. Pack gun is moving onto the field and fouls. And this is where Happy Cat does his really bad charge that ends up losing him the game. I'm sorry. Wait, maybe not. Hold on. You have that, which will take the shot. Wait a sec. Oh, okay, no. He needs smoke or something. He doesn't have, unfortunately, heavy cav, so he can't drop a smoke and get out of there. He has no more cover advantage to his side. He might have been able to do it here, but it's going to shoot and connect unless it hits the wood. Doesn't hit the wood, and he dies. Meanwhile, American forces pinned in base, and Happy Cat gets neutralized in 8 minutes. Ladies and gentlemen, 8 minutes. I don't know why, Happy Cat, you went for the dive there. That was... You had a little bit of luck with that cover, but yeah, that was a rake stepping moment. That was unfortunate for you. But yeah, you did try. I think it's just unfortunately the USF for you, maybe in this case, was just not as strong as your austere, but still good game. Like you tried. Like you had some good units. You tried with your echelon, but you just didn't have the firepower. If the rifleman squad was down there, that might have been something. But unfortunate. Unfortunate. Again, for clarification, after action report if you want to see it, but it wasn't long enough for anything too major, so I don't want to stick on this for too long. But yeah, that's going to be it, guys, for this round. Nagano pulls ahead. Happy Cat, unfortunately, does not, but he's not disqualified. He goes down to the brackets into the lower tier, but has a chance to come back into the higher tier later on. We'll see if he does that. But anyway, thanks for watching. Alright, before you guys go, I want to give a special shout out to Patreon supporters Joey G240, Milam, Aphyria, Ace, PyroShark, Tony B95, Epic Pleb, Fall of Man 7943, XSomeToolx, and Netkuba. Thank you all for your incredible support. You guys rock. This has been Greyshot117, and I'll see all of you next time.